Hey there guys, so today we have another review and this is the Alchemist Heady Tapper, #1 rated beer in the world. And actually, if you guys aren't familiar viewers, I actually did this beer, reviewed this beer for 10 weeks, aging this beer for 10 weeks. And John Kimmick, the brewer of this beer, actually prefers a beer at 10 weeks, so I'll actually post a playlist below. And this beer specifically, went to Vermont and got this beer. It's about 10, 11 weeks old, so I'm very excited to have aged this beer and have it with some age on it. So let's dig in. By the way, I generally do not recommend that you guys age hoppy beers, but this beer is extremely resilient. So let's dig in and see how this beer goes. So the beer comes in a nice hazy orange color. Really beautiful. Golden orange. Nice amount of head. Let's get the aroma. Yeah. It's very heady topper. As familiar as I am with like world-class hoppy beers, I've yet to have this attack of, I don't know what it's called yet. It's a very aggressive attack. Obviously, there's a huge amount of tropical fruit. There's pineapple, mangoes, peaches, ripe peaches. But there's another attack behind there that's almost dank. I have a hard time describing dank, but it's almost burning your nose of intensity of aroma. I want to call it almost chemically. I'm going to go there. I'm going to go burnt plastic, something like that. It's so aggressive that it just sort of hits your nose, but behind it is a beautiful bready malt. Citrus, grapefruit, again, that huge tropical note, sweet tropical note. Apricot, yeah, apricot, juicy apricot, dried apricot. It's amazing. Cheers. This beer is so good with age, jeez. That's incredible. Oh, it's so soft. That's what I love about this beer with age. For me personally, I find the beer actually a little bit aggressive. I find it a little bit abrasive and just, again, that same kind of note that I was getting. It's a hard note to describe. If you've had Heady Topper, you might know what I'm talking about. It's dank, bitter, leafy, aggressive. It hits your palate with bitterness. And I'm not saying this beer is still not bitter. It does linger with bitterness. I would say it's actually medium plus to full bitterness. Almost on the verge of how much I want bitterness on a double IPA. But up front, a good amount of juiciness. Grapefruit peel, grapefruit, yellow grapefruit, pink grapefruit. Very grapefruity, yeah. Also getting that kind of peachy apricot note, stone fruit. A little bit of passion fruit, a little bit of leaning towards pineapple. Not as juicy as the Aroma, not as mango-y and tropically, more towards that grapefruit kind of bitterness kind of note. Carbonation spot on. Extremely drinkable for an 8% double IPA. But it's just soft. The malt is beautiful on this. Light breadiness, flies off the palate, doesn't lack on a palate. It's bready, but still not too light. It's, yeah, not too heavy, not too light, which is a good balance. Yeah, I'm loving this beer with age on it. It's probably a little past its prime, I want to say. I maybe prefer this beer at maybe a few weeks before this, but right now it's drinking incredible. And that's a testament to the beer, that you can age this beer, a hoppy beer, for obviously in the fridge, but for 3+ months, and it is still a world-class beer. If anything, better than the beer fresh, which is very surprising for the beer, and actually, again, prefer the beer at this date than it is fresh. So right now, I will tell you to age your Heady Topper for 7 to 8 weeks, and I had one about 7 to 8 weeks old, and it's incredible. And this beer right now, yeah. You can sell me on 100 out of 100 on this beer. Yeah, 100 out of 100. I wouldn't say it's the top tier for me. Again, for me, the Hill Farms and Treehouse beers, and maybe leaning towards the Trillium beers, a little bit higher. But this is on the lower cusp of 100 out of 100. Incredible beer. You know, I might be a slight Heady Topper hater, but right now this is an incredible beer. Let me know what you think. If you've had aged Heady Topper or fresh Heady Topper. Until next time, guys, cheers.